Hello everyone, let's go ahead and get started with this particular lesson here. We created this list of 1 from a previous video, so let's go ahead and get familiar with some of the tools that your students will need to know and know how to use as they become more familiar with their Google Docs in Google Drive. So you want to identify for them their title bar, their menu bar here, and their tools bar. So you may be saying, okay class, I want you to go to your menu bar, click on table, and within that table we're going to use some of our tools to make the words, the text bold, to center some text, and learn some other features as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's go to our menu bar, which is right here, and we're going to click on table. Let's make a 5 by 5 table. We're going to go 5 squares across, 5 squares down. Click on that last column, last cell. Boom, we have our actual table. One cell by itself is just a box, but a group of cells are considered a table. So here we're going to go ahead and type in words, tab over, and let's just do definitions. Tab over again, and let's allow this column to be our sentences. Tab over again, and this column is going to be our synonyms. And the last one, let's just go ahead and get rid of that, and let's put in image. Alright, so let's dress this particular row here up. We're going to allow this row to be a header. So we're going to dress it up and use some of our tools. So let's first of all go to our toolbar, click on the B for bold, and make that text bold. So we'll click on that. Make sure this entire row here, or whatever you're going to dress up or change, is selected. So we want to keep it selected because I want to go to my paragraph alignment tools, the left, center, right, and justify. I want this text here to be centered. So which paragraph alignment do you think I'm going to click on? Exactly, center align. Those words jump to the middle, and now I want to use another tool that's going to allow me to change the size of my font. I'm going to go ahead and make that a 14. So let's go ahead and put some words in here, and let's just start with analyze. Let's just allow the other one to be describe, and so forth. But let's start with analyze. Definitions for analyze, once I look them up, would be to look closely at. Okay, a sentence would be they analyze their text well. I like to at least have 5 or more words in a sentence, especially for 2nd grade and up. This is something they can do. So let's think of some synonyms. How about study and possibly examine? Okay, and then let's go ahead and get an image. So we're going to go to our tools bar, our menu bar. We're going to click on tools. We're going to click on research to allow this side panel over here to open. And I want to work with my filters. So here, if you hover over the cursive G here, you'll see filter results. The only thing I want filtering through is images. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the word analyze. And I'm going to go with this image here. I'm going to click and drag this image over here to my image cell here. So let's just click and drag. And if you see that little plus symbol right in the middle of that picture there, I want to land that right in my cell. So when it populates, that's the image I want. If I click on it, I can go ahead and use these anchors to resize it, but I'm not going to do that. I like the little thumbnail, so I'm okay with that. But you see this subscript here, the number 1, that lets you know that this will be the web results for that, the web citing for that. But I don't want that subscript there, so I'm just going to remove that. So there you have it. When it comes to actually using a few tools, we used our font size tool, our bold tool, we use our paragraph alignment tool here. And let's go ahead and select this first row again, and let's give it a little more color. So I'm going to select it, and I'm going to go to my paint bucket here. If I hover over it, it's going to say background color. Just click on that, and let's go with that gray background color, but I'm going to change my text color to white. So there. So that looks more like a header for me. So we've learned how to insert a a table. We learned how to use some of our tools to dress up our header here. We also went to our menu bar to actually insert the table, to open up our side panel here by going to Tools and Research, and we were able to open up this panel. We also learned how to activate our filters. If we have the G available, that means everything in the web we're going to get. That can be definitions, images. It can also be even some tables of particular words. We can get specific tables which will give us the data that we need for certain words, if that's the case. We can also get scholarly reports, quotes, and definitions. So I'm going to close this side panel out here. When you have completed your list, and let's say your teacher wants you to share that list with her, just go ahead and click over here to the right where it says share, your blue button, and you can type in a name, and I'll just type in Isidore, because that's the person I'm going to share it with. I want one of my classmates to look over my definitions and sentences before I share it with my teacher. But I want Isidore to just be able to view. I don't want him to edit. I don't want him changing anything. So you have the options of edit, comment, and view. So we're going to view. I will type a note here and say, hey, please review this. And Isidore will know to just kind of look over and make sure it looks right. And then I'm going to click send, and Isidore will be able to view this particular document. So once it's shared and viewed with that recipient, they can actually go ahead and view it. So if I go ahead and look at another option, which would be in Share Advanced, click here, you will be able to publish to the web, the World Wide Web. You can allow anyone with the link will have access to the document. Anyone in HUSD district will have access to the document, or anyone at the HUSD district can have the link, will have access to it, or I can turn those items off there. Okay, so it's really that simple. You can also add a message in the advanced area. You can send yourself a copy of the email as well, or of the document as well. You can paste this item in an email, and that means that this particular document, they can view it from the email. So if I send it, if I click on that, they will be able to view this document from the email, which will allow them to be one click less from where you want them to be. So it's that simple. This is a good lesson for day 2.